Who in your life needs to hear what God has done in your life? Somebody in your circle of influence, maybe your family or your friends or an acquaintance or somebody you work with, somebody in that circle needs to hear from you what God has done in your life. It's the best tool you have of sharing your faith and of helping somebody find God. Your story is powerful. I love what Jesus said in Acts chapter 1, verse 8. He said, "You will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere." Jesus told us that we would be his witnesses. And when you think about that verse, think about a courtroom, because that's exactly what he was describing. And he was saying, I don't need you to be an attorney and argue my case. And I don't need you to be a judge, judging people for their actions. What I need you to be is a witness. A witness just tells what they saw. And it's a powerful thing for you to tell what you have seen in following Jesus, because nobody can argue with it. It's your story. People have to listen and respect it, because who can argue with what God has done with you, in you, through you? It's your story. Now, it's hard sometimes to begin. It's hard sometimes to know where to start to tell your story. So I would encourage you to do one powerful, important thing, and that is somewhere have your story written down, all the details. Whether it's handwritten or typed, it doesn't matter. But it's important that you let your brain write it out, and so that you have all those details down on paper somewhere. Not so that you can hand it to somebody and say, here, read this, but so that you can work out all the details and remember all the good things God has done. And then you will find that parts of your story apply to people's lives. Somebody might be going through something that you went through. Somebody might be facing something that you faced. And you can share how God helped you. And when you do, you are fulfilling that scripture. You are answering God's call to be his witness. Now, one thing I know for sure, there is somebody in your life today who needs to hear your story. And maybe it's somebody you haven't thought about. Maybe it's somebody who's under your radar. We need to be aware of the people in our life, why they're there, because God has placed all those people in our life for a reason. And some of them are there to encourage you. Some of them are there to lift you up. But you are there to lift some of them up and encourage some of them. And one of the best ways you can do that is just share your story of what God has done for you. You be his witness in their life. Look for opportunities. Look for reasons to share your story. Who in your life needs to hear what God has done in your life? Find them and share. You will be his witness. See you.